Oh, I love the cowbell, yes I do. I love the cowbell, yes I do. Oh, I love the cowbell. Oh, I love some cowbell, yes I do. Oh, I love me some cowbell. Cowbells, cowbells. We love the cowbell.
All right, we are starting here. Oh. This is a little bit delayed. Apologies, everybody. We had some technical issues trying to make our stream machine bigger and better all the time. But now everything's great. We're here. We're here to join you on not only a community live stream day, but also some dance parties. That one already kicked off, right? With DJ Darkstar here.
He did a great job, I must say, from back here in the peanut gallery.
We've got introductions are here real quick. Darkstar, as you've just heard. Eric, I'm the community manager here at Portalarium. We also have someone signing.
Yes, by the way, this is Lord British back here at the back. Many of you who got physical goods may know that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of signed certificates and maps that have to be hand signed. And so I literally have spent about 5.5 hours yesterday and about 4 hours so far today signing the seals that go on to all those signed certificates. Sheet after sheet after sheet, it looks like this. I sign about 100 every hour and a half, and so I'm up to 5,000 or 6,000 here so far. And I was videoing tape. For all the rest of them are getting signed, you'll see on a long stream videotape. But they're using my camera to do this live stream, so the middle or section here of these you'll have to interpret from me signing back here while you guys are watching what these guys are doing. So this is just proof that I'm signing these all in person. You'll see the rest of the video eventually posted of me signing the rest of them. Yeah, back to you guys.
And we exiled him to the corner for the live stream.
Just here so you can see that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we've got a lot here for you. Let us know if audio levels are good. As always, we have I've talked about some prizes here. We've got not only winners of recent contests that we're going to mention in just a second, but prizes we give out on these live streams as always, and a few special items. I actually added one in here. This one, that's
oh yeah,
that's
do
cool.
it.
Okay. All right. Heraldry Cloak, Eternal Pattern. Give away one of those.
Heraldry Cloak.
Leather Guard Armor Pattern Pack. And for everyone who tweets during this time on the live stream, and we may go over a little bit over an hour here because we got community stuff and houses and all sorts of cool stuff to show you here. So you got plenty of time to tweet out that you're watching the live stream, or you're having fun playing the game, or you're having fun, hanging out with DJ Darkstar and the dance parties. And if you do that during this live stream, you'll get a chance to win the Elven Globe Village Home.
What?
Yeah,
Elven Village Globe Home.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite Elven buildings.
I love the Elven theme in general, so congrats to whoever happens to win that. But you got to tweet us at Shroud of Avatar or do the hashtag LBSOTA, which stands for Lord British Shroud of the Avatar. All right, so there's those. Let's do we got some community news, and we also have some community guests that we'll be introducing shortly too for our community period of this live stream. But first, the winners of the International Poems, the overall Poems contest on Facebook and forums that we ran. This was a really fun contest. We got a lot of great poems, and I was actually going to read one, but for the expediency, and again, apologies for the delay of getting this live stream started, we'll just have you guys enjoy them in written format on the forums. They're all there, but the winners of the ones who get the 19 Kodos, these are poems created by those who English is not their native language, so they're very creative poems. We had to I was going to say digest, but that's not the right word. Thank you for that. Translate those poems, and they were all fantastic. So congrats to Talon Zork for a poem in German. Congrats to Lilunania Lauracia, very lovely name, for a poem in Spanish. Alexandros Joran for a poem in Italian. And in Portuguese, a poem by Krieger. Congrats to all of you. I also hear there are audio versions of some of these poems as well, if you want to actually listen to them audio-wise and not through my somewhat rough voice. All right, then the main winners, the top winners of this contest, top 3 also get 19 kotos and a fancy bookshelf in the game. You have something to decorate, perhaps, that Elven Globe Village home. Winners of the bookshelf and 19 kotos get, are EMP Strike. Congrats, EMP Strike. Nice to see you here on the list. Royu and Lone Stranger.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Much better than Bogon poetry.
Which I hear is the worst in the universe.
It is the worst in the universe, so this was much better.
All right, so those are all available in the forums if you wish to search for those and check them out. We'll post a little bit about them on social as well to give you an easy link there. I actually, there's so much cool news about this release. I saved the rest of the news time for you.
Can we do our cool thing?
So I think we can, if you think they're ready. Yeah,
all right.
It's all warmed up.
All right, we have a cool thing.
How cool is it?
You guys hear that?
So imagine that there's a
good afternoon
while you hear
from Portalarium Studios. In color, this is the weekly news with Darkstar and Barrick.
I'm holding up to a typewriter.
All right.
There we go.
Thank you to Ravalox for making that awesome intro. It's amazing. Now we're just gonna make like an amazing graphic to go with it. It's when I first heard that I was so excited because I've been having to like do that myself, and now we have the actual sound. And so excited. All right.
I'm gonna ring the cowbell every time I sign 25 sheets.
Wow. All right. So news. So the live stream. So we're gonna right after this, we're gonna show off some cool stuff to you guys. So we created some cool new ships. So as part of Release 53, 2 new scenes we created, Pinmar Island and Tenebrous Harbor, had a pirate theme, and so we needed some ruined pirate ships. So we already had some pirate galleons, but they were pristine, and we needed some ruined versions. And so we said, hey, that's not loud at all.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, not loud and distracting or disturbing at all. Thanks for doing that.
No problem.
We decided to make player houses of those. And so we ended up with cool new haunted pirate galleon houses. The land version is like a shipwreck, and then the one that's the water version, we're not even sure how it's floating because it's all like destroyed and barely floating. So we're going to show you those. We also created another inn in our line of inns. This one's the Kobold Inn. We created some cool elven lights. And later in the live stream, we're going to be talking about the Hospitallers and the Ambassadors. So with all that, while we're doing the live stream today for this hour, all of our ships are on sale, all of the inns are on sale, and all Elven Deco are on sale, and the Hospitaller sign is on sale. So all those things are on sale during our live stream.
There we go.
So woo! All right. And speaking of things in the store, I made a post in the forums earlier this week. There were some things that were only available on Crown Merchants, including a bunch of paintings based on some concept art that Stephen Daniele had made early on, some elven houses and various assorted things. So we actually put a bunch of those on the web store this release. And so check that out. And Release 53 went live yesterday, and it is full of amazing stuff. So the 2 scenes that I was mentioning earlier, Tenebrous Harbor and Pinmar Island, that are pirate themed. And Tenebrous Harbor is actually going to change on next week. It's actually going to look different. It's only going to be on fire and full of all these bloody, fresh, dead bodies for the next few days, and then it's going to change. So check it out this weekend if you want to see what it looks like in its freshly invaded and destroyed state, because it's going to change. And Pinmore Island is also a haunted pirate-themed island, and then Eastmarch is a town we unclone, which is what the Baron of Eastmarch, the YOLO song, is all about. Looking for group win in the game. We got a bunch of loot improvements, so player-made items are now going to, anything with the crafted by tag on it is now appearing in loot. worn armor, all sorts of rusty plate, rusty chainmail, tattered leather. Lot deeds and house deeds are now appearing in the loot. And in offline, drop rates are crazy increased. So artifacts, for instance, are 50 times they're likely to drop. Resources are 2 times double the rate and double the quantity, and all gold, all those things are increased. Virtue effects have been added to gear. We've done a bunch of combat polish and balancing, more side quests. Heraldry is now open for everyone. More adventure scene blessings. So now all the blessings that we created last release are now available or scattered around the game. We did a bunch of interface polish, including the new jump. So jump now happens on just downward. You don't have to charge it up. Oh my God, it's so much better. It's so much better. Oh, I love the new jump. New plunderer NPCs, aka our new pirates, who look awesome. And a bunch of new decorations, including the animal skin rugs, which look great. They're so cool, man. Toadstools, which are literally mushrooms that you can sit on. That you get from defeating the Mushroom Men, elf statues, oh, and the Dark Star items, which of course I am a little partial to because, I mean, they're Dark Star items. But if you haven't seen those, if you haven't claimed those rewards from the R51 live stream, they came out amazing. The Dark Star chain armor, the Dark Star coronated helmet, the Dark Star weapons, they just look so incredibly cool.
You should stand by the virtues.
Yeah. No. And then a bunch of winning items. So the QA incentive rewards, the stress test rewards, and all the lot deed raffle winners. And of course, because the stress test was so successful, oh my God, we had over 400 people attempting to log in during the QA stress test on Monday, and we had 330 people on at one given time. We had 3 separate instances running, actually 4 at one point. So that was an incredible success. We actually managed to fix so many performance issues. And anybody who was in the dance party just now, the frame rate is so much better. Oh my God, it's so much better. It's so much better. So thank you everyone who participated. So that what that means is everyone who helped do that, that means everybody who's playing the game now gets double XP for the first week. So that's incredible. So congratulations everybody. Speaking of dance party, there's going to be another one at 6 p.m. So I've got a whole nother set list, completely different set list than I did. So 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time,
and it'll be still, even though we're a little bit behind on this live stream, you'll have plenty of time to watch this entire live stream, get some prizes, enjoy this live stream, and then jump right into the party.
Right after that, we're going to be pushing out another build. We've got a bunch of more fixes coming out. We know that there's still some stuff not quite working right. And we're going to get another build out tonight before the weekend so you guys can have a better play experience for this weekend. And just a reminder, we've got the R53 live stream next Friday. So get your questions in. We've got a bunch of cool stuff. It's going to be spring themed. And then the credits to crowns conversion is the following Monday on May 7th. And then R54 is coming up next month. And it's also going to be just as cool as this release. So many cool things. Brewing is coming in, and it's going to be fun.
Hallelujah!
I know, Richard is very excited by that, as you can tell. We're going to have more new scenes. We're going to make the companion. We're doing some more polish work on the companions, so they're going to be a lot more functional and helpful while you're playing in offline. Pattern removers, so patterns that you've applied to crafted items, you'll be able to pop those out. Without having to salvage the items or apply a new pattern, a bunch of new recipes. Those of you who have heraldry gear, you'll be happy to know right now heraldry gear just has chest and leggings. We're actually going to be making boots and gloves for those as well. You'll be able to have a more complete set. Side quests for the companion gear and weapons. So if you like the way the gear that the companions wear looks, we'll be having side quests for those. And those side quests will actually work both in online and offline. That's not just an offline feature. And we'll be adding virtue effects on the bioweapons, the capitalist gear, companion gear, and the companion weapons. So more virtue effects. So lots of cool stuff.
Very nice.
So and more performance improvements. So even though performance is much better in this release, like way better, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited about it. It's going to be even better next release. So, oh, and one thing I got to see yesterday for the first time, which I also know Richard is very excited by. It's not going to be live in R54, but it's going to be live in R55, which are unicorns. I know. Oh my God!
And those of you of virtue will not, treat them maliciously.
Right.
I'm sure.
Oh no, you would never kill a unicorn.
That would be incredibly unvirtuous.
Yeah, don't kill the unicorn. Okay, all right. That's it for me.
Another reminder of the dance party. I know some people are
another reminder for the dance. So there's another dance party at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Exact details are posted in the forums. There's 2 posts about it. You can look in the announcement sections or in the R53 events. And for more details, it's in PAX Layer in the Open Air Tavern. And that's it for me. Do you want me to grab Hutch to show off some houses?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, cool.
All right, so we've got Hutch, who's been on this live stream before on occasion. Ravalox, why don't we do a pre-introduction for you guys while we're getting Hutch here. So, and here's Hutch.
Right.
So we've got community members here. We're going to talk about a bunch of cool stuff with the Hospitalers and the Ambassador program. I was going to do a quick introduction, but you raced over here right away, Hutch, so we're going to roll into that. Just so you guys know, they're right off camera. They're going to be coming back after Hutch has some really cool housing things to show you guys. I might even switch my home in the game to one of these. So what are we showing here, Hutch?
While Hutch is doing, I forgot there was one thing I promised the people from the dance party. So I played a mashup of Crazy, which is Gnarls Barkley, which is CeeLo Green. And I told a story about meeting CeeLo Green because his guitarist, Chris Brenna, did music for our game Tabula Rasa. And when I met CeeLo, Chris had told him about it. He was like, oh man, you're that computer guy. And everyone was like, he didn't really talk like that. No, that's how he really talks. He's like, yeah, you that computer guy. Yeah, Chris told me about you. Yeah. So you make computer games. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And so they said, please do that impression again. And I promised I would do it on the live stream. So there you go. There you go. There's the impression.
Okay. All right.
All right, so we need to get over to Unity.
I'm going to put up our window right up here. I see we have, Rada's going to join us, another community member who is going to join us for the Ambassador Program segment of this community live stream on Zoom. We will have that a little bit later, and they'll be on a couple of the ambassadors as we talk about the Ambassador Program after this segment. Meanwhile, let's switch over to Unity. There you go, Hutch.
All right, so here we are. Let me maximize the window here. So what we're going to show briefly today is a few different things that we've worked on in R53 that you guys might find interesting. One is the, as Star was mentioning, the haunted galleons that we had to make for Penmar Island and the Tenebris Harbor. Has kind of a piratey theme to it. Travis had decided that he wanted to have a ghost pirate captain, so we figured, well, let's make a new haunted vessel for that, and then we just decided let's make player houses. So we're going to show those. We're going to show the shipwreck version of that house, so that if you don't have a water lot, you can still enjoy the shipwreck version. We're going to show the Kobold Inn, some new elven light sources, some elf statues, and bathtubs.
Yes, my favorite. Actually, my favorite, not the bathtubs, actually, although those are really cool. The elven lights are just amazing. You guys are always fans of like new lights that we want to add into the game and such. And we've got some really cool elven ones for you. One quick thing while Hutch is lining up for this really beautiful ship. Let's see, we've got a special little test program here today that we'd like everyone who's watching right now to participate in to prepare for future live streams and our ability to answer questions from the community a little bit more efficiently and to make sure we don't miss any questions. So we've got, you just noticed Ravalox before Hutch came on, said hi real briefly. He'll be saying hi again in a minute, and he has been hard at work helping to come up with this program. And it is, I hear, live right now in Discord chat. All you have to do if you want to help us test this while you're watching this live stream is if you want to ask a question about anything that we're showing at this moment. Since this is a test, by the way, no guarantee that your question will be answered, but please ask some good questions as if you would expect an actual answer. We'll try to get some questions answered for you during this live stream, but in order to submit them to us, all you have to do is type exclamation, just like you do with prize giveaways. In fact, we should do one of those in a minute. Exclamation Q. That's it, plus your space, plus your question. So exclamation Q, space, and then whatever you would like to say. Please keep it as short as possible, like one sentence, like, Hutch, you're amazing. I want to know more about that ship. That's too much already, but I'm sure you're thinking of that prefix there. Because
Yeah.
Hutch is amazing.
Yeah.
See, I had to say it on the live stream. But anyway, seriously, exclamation Q, space, and then whatever your question is for Hutch or anybody else who's on the live stream today, and we'll see how that program works as your questions come in. Meanwhile, just to confuse us a little bit more on the exclamation use, let's give away a prize here. Let's give away the Leather Guard Armor Pattern Pack. So if you want a chance to win that, now you can be in Discord or Twitch for this. If you want to ask a question using the exclamation Q, please be in Discord. Because it doesn't work right, Ravalox. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
In
the future.
Twitch. In the future, we'll get it to Twitch, but we had to start with Discord. Back to the prize, type exclamation armor if you want a chance to win that. And we'll give that a few minutes as Hutch is continuing his presentation here. Go for it, Hutch.
Yeah, so I'm just sort of lining up the view of it. So this is obviously the water docked version of the haunted pirate galleon, and so basically this started with our regular pirate galleon houses. So you'll recognize a lot of the layout as the same. This is just the one that's derelict and been floating out and collecting ghosts.
Collecting ghosts. Ooh, fun. Okay, sounds dangerous.
Maybe. So we
That
changed
poor
a few
guy.
things around. On the regular pirate galleon, this is a mermaid, but on this one we decided.
The skeleton. Is a
Yeah,
mermaid?
the figure on the prow there it's a skeleton with a sword impaling his chest. And both of these houses were made by Bob Cooksey, or Bob the Builder. I'll just kind of go in and.
We've had Bob on the live stream before, so
Sure.
He wasn't able to make it today, but you will see him on future live streams.
Illuminate some stuff here.
What's the size of this ship? City?
This is a city-sized water home, and so we have some features that are different. You know, we've got skull decorations and cobwebs, and but generally speaking, you're going to find that it's the same layout as the other pirate vessel, and it has the sort of same features in terms of, we've got the gangplank at the top right here. We've got light sources that you can interact with. We've got ladders to below deck areas. Let me just jump down there and I'll show you.
We have a question from Stryker here. Will this ship sail with other boats?
Well, we don't have sailing boats right now. So it's just a static house, like all of our other water houses right now.
It's safe. It will always be where you expect it. It doesn't just drift off randomly, so it's better that way.
Yeah. So we have some candles that are present in the below deck areas. We have a wrecked cannon, whereas the other ones in the regular pirate house are intact.
Now, here's a good question. Our kind of a joke, I think. Arturius, does it have a super hard lich captain?
Well, not built into
your
it.
House.
Not built into it.
You don't want it in a house, I think.
This building, all the buildings can be used in other maps, so it could in other places.
I'm pre-answering some questions here, Ravalox, even though we're collecting them. Is it working pretty good? They're getting their questions entered?
Right.
Excellent. All right. Exclamation Q and your question for Hutch.
All right, so there is sort of the layout of the water version of the haunted pirate vessel. I'm going to go and take a look at some other things now. including the shipwrecked version of this house. So if you'll just let me run over here, I'll show you.
While you're doing that, we actually have a winner here for the Leather Guard Armor Pattern Pack. Congrats to Yippee. Cool name. Yippee. You get to win. Yeah, Yippee. You get to win that. If you could please message me, looks like you're on Discord, message me, Barrick, what you won and your account name so we can award that to you. And we'll roll for the Heraldry Cloak Eternal Pattern later in the live stream. Meanwhile, we have the Twitter prize for anybody who tweets at Shroud of Avatar or hashtag LBSOTA, anything about this live stream, anything about what fun you're having in the game, maybe a screenshot of something you captured while in the game, anything like that at all is totally cool, and you'll be entered to win the Elven Globe Village Home.
So here we are at the shipwreck version of the house. It's the same house, just a little bit more wrecked. So some of the things are missing, like the skeleton has lost some of its limbs, and some of the masts are more bent, and some of the other timbers are broken. But unlike the water house, we actually have the lowest area below deck is smashed open, right? So whereas on the lowest area, the lowest room on the other house was enclosed, of course. Well, this one has run aground, and so the underground or the under deck area on the bottom floor actually sits right on the terrain, or right on the ground. Still counts as an interior, so we have interior decoration surfaces in here. So if you put a lamp or something in there, it'll count towards your indoor deco limit, not your outdoor deco limit.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you can access it through this hole right there in the hull, but you can also get up into the other areas above deck or above ground in the same way that the other house is made. And from bottom level, from the second under deck area up, it's pretty much the same as the water house, but a little bit more wrecked. You can see this staircase is busted, the mast.
You only need one staircase, right? That's it. There's you got another one.
There's
over
another
there.
staircase over here. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Holy Walnuts. OMFG. I love it and want it so much. So we already got a customer there.
Awesome. We'll have to. I'll have to let Bob the Builder know about that because he likes hearing what you guys think of the houses that he comes up with. All right. So there's the pirate vessel shipwrecked version. If you have any questions, let us know.
Exclamation Q space your question. Currently it's just on Discord. Sorry about that, everybody who's on just Twitch right now, but we'll work on getting it on there.
Okay. And so since time is short on this segment, I'm going to run over and take a look now at the Kobold Inn. And pay no attention to these decos. I'll get to them in a second. So here is the Kobold Inn. It's the same layout and the same size as our other inns of other styles. So you're familiar with the Wooden Plaster Inn. You're familiar with the Viking Inn and the Obsidian, the Shogun. Yeah. So we've got a whole line of inns, and this sort of fits into the same.
Champion.
Yes. Thank you. So you go inside, you know, it has all the kobold type materials that you might be familiar with. You know, the sort of steel and iron and corrugated metal and dark stone. The above, and it's got the same number of rooms as all the other inns do. So each floor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms, and there's 3 floors above. So that's, you know,
that's quite a, yeah, that's a lot of
15 rooms,
yeah.
plus an extra room downstairs. So this is what the size of your guest room would look like. And they're all the same except for the ones in front, which would have 2 windows. One on the front and one on the side. So these are premium. You can charge extra for that.
There you go.
So all the other floors are just like that one, so I won't go up and show those. But the stairwell is back here in the corner. And you got this main function room where you can set up your innkeeper or your dining room or your tavern or whatever. a little bit of storage under the stairs. This could be an innkeeper's bedroom or a kitchen, perhaps, you know, where you do your food prep for all your guests. So, and then we have this
It'd be like a bed and breakfast.
chandelier here that you can interact with.
You know, it always amazes me. I love it when he's like snaps it. Like
It's
I
like
wish
the-
I could do that with my
It's like the
lights at
Fonz.
home.
It's like
Yeah.
Arthur Fonz, rather.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the Kobold Inn. Now the other thing, let's go take a look at some of the new
Ooh, the elven stuff. The
the elven stuff. Yeah, so let's do some elven stuff. Since we're here, we'll take a look at the elven statues first. So you might recall, not too long ago, or you know, maybe a while ago now, we revamped all of our elves, both male and female versions, and decided to take those new character models and make statues out of them. We've been wanting to do elf statues for a long time, but we didn't want to commit to it until we were happy with the elf. So we made these new elven statues. So on the left here are three of the female elf statues. We have female archer, mage, and fighter. I'm going to turn off my light. All right, so here's the female elf archer, and you can see. So the way we went about this is I actually took the models that Fletcher had created for the elf female and male, and wearing the gear that he made. I posed them in these different poses. This archer is looking off into the distance and pulling out an arrow and getting ready to strike. Here's the female elfin fighter. They're all holding authentic elf gear as well. That's the scorpion bow.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a neat bow.
And then here's the
Ooh, the mage.
female mage.
Yeah. Very nice. Ready to cast some nasty spell or something there.
And so these are monumental statues. So, you know, unless you have a large home, you won't be able to fit these inside your home. You can fit them
Oh, you can fit them in some of the larger homes still.
in a large
Wow,
home,
okay.
yes. Yeah, but if you have a row house,
Yeah.
as an example, they're going to be too tall for houses like row houses. So there's the elf female. Here's the elven males. Now, this elf male is got his bow ready, got his arrow ready, nicely balanced. There's the elven male fighter. Now these statues are about the same size as the other statues you might be familiar with, the bear statue and the zombie statue and the others. So that'll give you a good idea of scale, what you can expect. And here's the male elf mage casting some sort of spell.
Very cool.
We also did something a little bit different with these that you may have seen on the Nightmare statue and the Headless Horseman statue, in that these are now bronze statues, whereas a lot of our other statues in the past have been made of stone. We just felt like since these were so lifelike, we wanted to make them bronze statuary. And before I go and show the elf lights, because I know that's the thing you're most interested in showing, since we're already here, I'll go ahead and show you the bathtubs that we made this release.
And placeable outdoors, it looks like, too. So
You
have
can
nice
place them
bath
outdoors, you can place them indoors, yep. And so you can you can bathe like a Viking if you want to.
There you go.
Bathe like a kobold. And so here we have, this is sort of a polished marble. It's almost like a Elysian style
Very fancy.
bathtub.
Very elegant, very well-to-do kind of bathtub.
You know, I'll just climb, take a little dip. Hopefully my
With custom animations.
custom animations we made for this. So they function just like beds. You can climb into them. And Matt Schmitz made custom animations, including getting in and out. Also, he made some fun animations of bathing. If we were to sit here long enough, maybe we'd see him. Whoops. Maybe we'd see him slump down.
Your animation of bubbles.
No,
It's not
bubbles.
bubbles. You know, we've got.
We talked about it, but the idea was
Just a little joke here. Richard Ulskinen on Discord said, someone needs to ring the cowbell really loud when Lord British is so intently signing and not paying attention. Haha.
I'm going to ring the cowbell myself every time I do 25 sheets, but as you can tell, it takes me a while to do 25 sheets. I rang it once near the beginning. I still am.
Well, come on, snap, let's go.
Okay, I'm working. I'm on it.
So there's another animation where he kind of slumps down and gets really relaxed inside the bathtub, but that happens only occasionally. So here's another version.
That's strange. It happens to me every time.
Here's another. It's all copper. It's got dragon's feet.
That's cool.
Or lion's feet.
Dragon's feet.
Dragon's feet. This is the elf bathtub, elven style. So it's a little bit more ornate. It's got kind of this polished green marble.
That one's ready to overflow, I think. You gotta be careful when you get into that one.
This is the kobold style bathtub. I don't even know if kobolds bathe. Do kobolds bathe?
Sure, they're lizard men. They love the water.
What do you think? I don't know.
Looks like it's carryable. That's cool.
Like the obsidian bathtub.
Also doubles as a coffin.
It could, yeah.
A wet coffin.
This is probably my personal favorite, just because it's kind of fun. This is the Viking style bathtub. It's like a little longboat.
There you go. Zoom. Does not move.
Does not sail. You can't sail the seven seas.
Only in your imagination.
In your Viking longboat bathtub. And then finally at the end is Shogun style. Props go to Reed Rollo, who made all of these bathtubs.
Doubles as a baby crib.
Very well could be.
I'm not sure your baby would do so well on that.
Drain the water first.
So there you go. Any questions about bathtubs, let us know. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go jet over to this elf house over here.
A good question from Saya Lin. Can 2 fit in the bath?
No, not right now. I don't know if we'll do that.
Make a bathtub.
It's long enough that 2 people could fit in it, but
make a seat on either end.
Yeah, we could experiment with that.
Well, now we're getting requests for 3 and 4 suddenly here.
Well, that's a hot tub.
Yeah, now we got a hot tub. And which we do have.
We have hot tubs. We need to test and see if the avatars would intersect with each other, like their legs.
Well, usually when 2 are in the bathroom.
Well, we won't.
We'll see.
We won't go there. All right, so here we are on this elf water house. I've placed some of our new lights. Now we have 2 styles here that I'll point them both out. We have ornate and craftable. The ones with the flames are the craftable versions of the elven light sources. They come with these green flames, green magic open flames. So this is the streetlight style, which is like a tall lamp. And this is the floor lamp version. The ornate versions of the elven light sources, which you can get on the store, have these very intricately designed glass. All right, get my camera.
Oh, that's nice. It pops out too.
Some nice, very intricate glass ornamentation.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And when you illuminate them, oops, it didn't illuminate. Who knows? There you go. So it lights up nice and green. It also has, nice silver trim around some of the elements. So there's the tall version. Got this kind of helix of branches that goes around it, whereas the craftable version is a little bit simpler. And here are the table lamps. Again, this one here that I'm moving is craftable. Little table lamp with a single magic flame on it. And then the globe lamp here. Globe lamp there. Didn't turn off, but it should. That is the ornate store version. This is the
that one's cool.
This is the chandelier version of the ornate styles. Got those shiny globes. And then the craftable version over here, it's sitting a little high up there, but you can kind of see it's got sort of little teacup candles on it.
We have a couple of requests here from the community. on they love these lamps, they love the chandeliers, and they're wondering they're going to get them. It looks like a lot of people are going to get these and decorate their homes. They're wondering if maybe other colors in the future, perhaps.
It's not out of the question. No, we just kind of defaulted to green because we haven't had any green light sources other than maybe a mushroom.
We have blue, right? Because they mentioned these would look amazing in blues.
We do have we do have some light sources that we've done that are blue, that cast a blue light, and it's not out of the question that we might make variations of these that do cast different lights. We just kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. At least for the first pass.
Yeah, get these guys, give them a try, decorate your home, see what you think of the green.
And this is the wall lamp. So again, the magic green fire on your wall lamp for the craftable version, and your ornate store version.
Caladorn asks, is the recipe for the crafting lamps in the game yet?
It should be. Yeah. With R53, it should be.
Condis asks, I want to swing from the chandelier.
That's not a question.
Please make your statements in the form of a question. Could I swing from the chandelier? No swinging from chandeliers. And I'm not going to sing it either.
Okay. That's for best.
Yeah, that is. So I think that about wraps it up for the stuff I have to show.
Awesome. Yeah, this is great. Good stuff. Cool. I'm going to be, and I know others on our team are going to be walking around the game, checking things out, saying hi to new players throughout the weekend, and seeing if anyone has these lamps decorating their properties. Yes,
and credit again goes to Bob for the design of the lamps, Reed for additional work on them, and Damon, of course, for all of the effects.
All right. Thank you, Hutch. Appreciate it.
All
right, so we've got community half segment here now, the second half of our community live stream. And we've got some exciting stuff to show you. We'll be starting with the Hospitalers and talking about who they are and how you can help as a Hospitaler as well. Let me switch over here to our main camera again. There we go.
We're closing the questions.
And yeah, we got a lot of questions, didn't we? So the
I'm getting questions too.
So it's working.
How bad is my signature getting over time? And the answer is really bad. But it is funny that the signature, I'll show some near the before we get off. The beginning, I was writing very carefully. My big L, Lord, the big B, British, dot the I's, cross the T. Now it's sort of the L with a big underline, capital B with a backward swoop, and a squiggle across to connect them. And it sort of looks like we're British, sort of.
So if you get a line, you know that you were last.
I'm trying to make them, the quality varies a lot, but it definitely is deteriorating over the 5 or 6 hours of writing so far. My eyes are actually beginning to kill me is what's really the...
All right, come on, guys. Get over here. All right, so while Richard is hard at work signing those for you, we will talk all things community. And not only are we going to have a little chat quick here about the Hospitalers and who they are and who these community members are that visit our studio, but also after that, a quick segment on the Ambassador Program. And the ambassadors who are leaders in international languages, in the forums, and elsewhere in the community in the game who are helping, just like the Hospitalers, to welcome new players and make all of you feel welcome in the game as well. And I'm going to do a quick check here to see if we're using Zoom now for these kind of conference-oriented connections with our people who are joining us on live streams externally. And I want to see, up here's Zoom.
20 more done, 25 more done.
25 pages, is that?
Yeah, every time I ring the cowbell, that's 25 pages. So since you were supposed to start the stream, so you were
a little
late, but I've done 50 sheets.
Wow.
Since you started. And
all right. Well, if you guys have questions for Lord British here on anything about him, story, especially in the game, that is not our main focus here, but if you want to help us test the system for when we do answer questions more broadly about the game and a lot of the things that you're inputting now, which is great. Thank you, everybody. exclamation Q, space, and then your question. And we're just doing a test today mainly of the system so that, especially for like next week during the monthly release live stream, the R53 live stream, we'll have this program on our end here set up to make it a little more efficient for us to answer your questions using that exclamation Q, which is just Discord at the moment, and eventually we'll get it to work on Twitch. Looks like we got some yummy gummy bears there.
Yes.
All right,
so
so
gummy worms, just gummy bears.
Gummy worms, not gummy bears.
Not gummy
Yeah,
worms.
like the
They're
gummy
just
bears.
gummies. They're not even worms.
Oh,
they are just
strange.
gummy lifesavers.
Weird. Okay.
It's
All right.
LB food.
All right,
We
so
gotta feed
let's.
the LB so we can keep signing.
Yes. Let's roll into the Hospitaller segment, but let me give away a prize, if you guys don't mind, or at least start the roll on that.
Sure, yeah.
If you want a chance, no, this is Discord and Twitch. If you want a chance to win the Heraldry Cloak Eternal Pattern, we just added heraldry items into the game. So this is not only a new item, but a very, very cool new item. You can be one of the first to use this pattern in the game. Heraldry Cloak Eternal Pattern. If you want to know more about the heraldry items, we have announcements in the forums. The weekly update has a little bit. Most importantly, the release R53 instructions, which is how we say our monthly release notes that have details about what's going into the game, what was changed, that sort of thing. If you look on the front page of the website, in the forums, we mentioned it briefly on social, release 53 instructions, that's where you're going to want to go to learn about the heraldry items and more. So for a chance to win that, type exclamation heraldry, not herald, heraldry. I see some people typing herald, that's funny. Exclamation heraldry, HERALDRY, and we will give that until the end of the live stream, chance to win that. Meanwhile, don't forget, Twitter, we have the Elven Globe Village home, a chance to win that if you tweet something about the game, the live stream, etc. You get a chance to win that, and we'll award that, or we'll announce that on Twitter within a few minutes after this live stream. We'll try to get the prizes to everybody who won these prizes into the game sometime shortly after the live stream. It might be Monday. Apologies if it's a little delayed there. The live stream's already a little delayed, probably because I'm talking too much, so I want these guys to talk now. But we will give those prizes to you. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so let me move this down so you guys can kind of see a little bit about where we are at on perspective. Everybody's rolling for exclamation heraldry. Everybody wants the heraldry item. Very cool. And just as a quick recap, I suppose, since we're going to do an introduction here now, my name is Barrick. I'm the community manager here at Portalarium for Shroud of the Avatar. We've got Richard Gary, Lord British back, hard at work, signing one by one, literally one by one, all the signatures for the physical goods.
Correct.
And we have two community guests with us here today. We're going to talk about, I believe, the Hospitalers and new players and what we're doing to make the game fun for each other, because it's really about you guys, the community. Right?
Yep.
So if you want to introduce yourselves and roll on what you have to present.
I am Ravalox, and I am a hospitaler.
Hi, Ravalox. I am Brazen Spirituality. I'm a DJ on Avatar's Radio and basically just a huge fangirl.
Oh, Avatar's Radio, that's right. Yeah, it's a good program.
I do
And
the
if
DJ
they
thing
want to
and
listen to
dance
that,
parties. AvatarsRadio.com, with an S, avatarsradio.info.
.info, okay.
And oh yeah, I come down to Austin when I can to help.
So these two
Ravalox. We
live
live
in
close
Texas.
enough
Yeah.
to drive.
Yeah, and we're a very open studio. The entire development phase of our game up to the recent launch and continuing on is really all about trying to connect with you guys, the community, showing you what's in the game, what's coming up, what we're hard at work on. A lot of suggestions by the community, by you guys.
Right.
The-
you guys are super awesome about that.
Well, through the Hospitaller program, you have I don't know if you were going to talk about this. I may be
Of course.
ahead slightly of this, but your meetings, your weekly meetings, and we read the notes on those, and those are posted in the forum. So if you want to go through, maybe start with what is a Hospitaller and how everybody all of you can get involved in the group, because it's really, you know, an easy group. It's not like a super secret guild or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
And then mention the
He's just saying everything you were going to say.
I
It's
know.
awesome.
Oh,
Just let
I
Derek
just-
go.
so I just
Derek,
lead
you know,
here.
We
shut
just
down.
wound him up.
Shut down.
Yeah, push me away.
Gotta sign
Yeah.
some stuff. You want to
Yeah,
sign?
go for
You
it.
want to sign Lord British here a few times?
No, that'd be you looks like you're doing just fine. Thank you.
Dang it.
So yeah, what is it about?
He thought he was
So,
going to get out of it.
welcome to the Hospitaller Hijack. We're taking over the live stream, right? So, get out of here.
Well, I will move this a little bit closer so we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
take-
yeah.
He's hijacking
There
it. It's official. It's been
Yeah, I don't
hijacked, guys.
So, as you can see back behind here, we have our Hospitaller flag.
We
And,
do, on
this
the
is
floor.
fun with flags, Hospitaller style.
Hey, cool.
So basically, in real life, the Hospitallers actually exist. They predate the Knights Templar. And the Hospitallers arose in the early 11th century.
Real world hundreds of years ago.
Yes, right. So
Really
it was
historically
in
accurately true.
1023 when they were first formed. And they were founded, actually part of a military order, and they ended up providing care for the sick and poor, injured in hospitals. So that's how they took up that name. They actually still exist. In fact, they're part of, in Malta, they have their own little actual acknowledged country.
Oh wow.
It's a Hospitallers country. So
how's the Hospitallers in the game? Like how's it?
So Hospitallers in the game is players helping players. Anyone could be a Hospitaller. Hospitallers pronounce Hospitaller the way I'm saying, not Hospitaller or any of these other
Hospitaller,
variants. It's
okay.
Hospitaller. We're not a guild. We don't recruit for guilds. Okay. We offer assistance to any player who has questions in the game, forums, Discord. Any player can wear the Hospitaller title and offer assistance to others.
So anybody who's listening right now that's excited about helping to welcome new players, maybe they are a new player, they want to help other new players, or they, you know, feel like, well, I have a good understanding of the game now. This is really cool and fun, and I see new players that were just like me, and I want to help them too. They can turn on that tag. They don't have to like call you and get it approved. There's none of that, right?
None of that. Nope. Basically, the only thing that we ask is make sure that you feel comfortable with the game, that you're able to answer the questions. If you can't answer questions, there's no shame in not knowing the answer. If a Hospitaller asks a question they don't know, then all you have to do is either tell the player, hey, go over to Discord and ask a question there, or you yourself as a Hospitaller can go on, 1 second, and then go over to Discord and ask a question.
So
yourself.
you can have the
Yeah.
you can have the Hospitaller tag on in the game, and a new player comes in, asks a question, and if you don't know it, like you said, you mentioned the forums, and redirecting the player to someone who can answer. The forums is a big part outside the game, at least, on where you go to ask a question, to get updates from us too on what we're doing to help with the community events and things like this, organizing chats about.
Right, exactly. The point here is that you don't necessarily have to have the knowledge,
Yeah.
if you,
It's all
as
about
long as you
where
know
to
where
go
to get it.
Right.
Exactly, right, yeah. So players should remember, though, that when they're displaying the Hospitaller title in the game or logged in as a Hospitaller in Discord, they should be helpful and friendly.
Helpful and friendly,
Right, to others.
not obviously
What
something
do you
that
do
would
if
be
somebody doesn't do that? What do you do if somebody flies a Hospitaller flag and they abuse it?
anybody.
They should definitely use the report button in
We
the
have
game.
a report feature in the
Yeah.
game. How does
Or-
that work, real quick, just so everybody knows?
Well, there's good. If you right-click on the person's name in chat and or in the game itself on their person, there'll be a report player thing.
Okay.
I believe it's on both.
Yeah, so that's just a way to let us know, because if there's anything that's going against the community rules and guidelines, basically.
Right.
This doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. People get excited, and they're helping maybe more than they intended. It's something like I want to recruit for my guild, for example, and I'm going to use the Hospitaller tag to help bring in all the new players. Well, that's we would recommend you not do something like that either.
Right.
It's not about your personal recruitment. It's about helping them.
Right.
So, you can certainly mention your guild at some point during their question, but
Well,
that's
actually, no, you can't.
Oh, you can't.
No.
Okay,
You
I
should
see.
never mention your guild.
Never mention your guild.
When you're running a Hospitaller flag, you are not in a guild.
Okay, there you go.
All right. If your guild is mentioned above your name, that's that. But you can't say anything to the player.
Okay.
You should not do that. You're not there to advertise for your guild or encourage them in any way to join your guild. If they want to know about joining a guild, you can send them over to the guilds section of the forums, things like that.
Yeah, there's other places for them.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You generalize.
I
So,
have been teased about rolling a 1 on my recruiting skill because, in fact, I was helping people and taking them and introducing them to other players and making sure they were getting a good solid footing in the game. And they were like, "Why haven't you invited me to your guild?" And I'm like, "Because I wasn't trying to recruit you, I was trying to help you."
Right. So remember, no griefing, no scamming, no negative behavior while you're
Right.
flying the hospitaller flag, whether you're in game
Or else.
or else.
Or LB will
even
sign
on the,
his name
Discord
badly for you.
on Discord or in the forums. The same TOS that applies to the forums applies
Terms
to
of
Discord.
service.
Yep, terms of service. So basically, if somebody does something unethical or unhospitalerish in Discord or the forums, then you can send an email to support@portalarium.com and let them know that way. Because
Yeah,
of course, there's no report player. And
Screen captures are very important there. Taking a picture of your screen.
So,
yes. So
that's kind of the just a little more of the what not to do. Let's talk more about what to do.
Well,
I think that's important.
So here's also the thing. Somebody had even asked us just now in Discord
we got a question.
about are there PvP hospitalers? So here's the thing: if you choose to be a hospitaler and are flagged for PvP, just be mindful of those who may be looking to you for game assistance and not to fight. So basically, as with anything, if you're not sure how to balance it, just be sure to unflag as a hospitaler when you go into an open PvP area. But if you're flagged for PvP and somebody in a not open PvP area, just don't start attacking right away. Or if you start attacking and they say, wait, I'm trying to ask you a question, stand down. As long as you have that title on top of you, you should be mindful of that because that's you're like logged in. You're ready to work, that type of thing. As a hospitaler when you have that title up.
Okay.
Right?
Well, what about? Are we ready? Do you have? I see you have a few things you want to talk about, so I don't want to run into anything else. But I'm happy
You've been actually running her part of the script very well.
Yeah,
so
you've done my job perfectly. Really.
Okay.
So go ahead, Brazen. You were actually at this spot here.
Okay, where are we?
We have our crib notes.
Okay. Well, I think we just covered that one. Anyone who participates as a hospitaler does for the benefit of players and not for themselves, meaning hospitalers will not use their title to recruit for their guild or for in-game financial benefit.
Right.
Yeah. Common sense stuff, really.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So basically,
We're here to help.
If you're walking around in Soul Town with your hospitaler flag on, you're not going to be going around telling them to go you're in. Right, or buy from your vendor or anything like that.
Yeah, the hospitalers. It's the core message here is helping other players, helping new players, and when you have that title on, you turn it on and off at will, right?
Right. Yeah, you can absolutely turn off that
then
title.
When you have it on, you are there as a signal to others that they can come to you to ask questions about the game. And that's what's a really cool thing about the hospitalers and more other features and things in the game that we've built around this community, around this game to engage you guys with each other as much as possible, open up those communications.
Yeah, the community is so vibrant.
Yeah, that's very important for us. It makes sense, and that extends not just into the game, but we mentioned a few times now, like the forums and other ways to keep connected.
And please channel people to Discord. They can get more immediate answers there.
And Twitch chat when we're doing live streams like this, but when we don't have live streams, obviously Discord we have categories in Discord, right? And a hospitaler specific category.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the forums,
today, actually.
On the forums, the new player welcome area is a great place to post questions or ask for help, though the response may not be immediate. But in Discord, much more immediate answers.
Exactly. Now, this is where we have some stuff that we have to do interactively. So we're going to get into the game and show everybody some new stuff that's going on and something that Portalarium and the Hospitalers want everybody to know about and how to make some use of the Looking for Group tool for purposes other than looking just for a group.
Awesome. Okay, so let's we're going to head into the game here, everybody. And we'll show a few things, and then we're kind of getting short on time, so we'll move into whatever you have afterwards.
Yeah, we
after that,
just
real
have a
quick.
little bit more to talk about. And
Yeah, if we don't get to it all, we can always. We're gonna have regular live streams with more community segments and more to talk about as well. So let's see. Here's the game. Before I actually turn it over, you want to? Are we logging in as you?
We can log in as.
I can log in as me as well.
Okay.
Well,
Log in as
Raises-
you then. Okay.
yeah,
You want to log
it's
as you?
fine.
I mean,
Doesn't matter.
is your character where you would like it to be?
The character doesn't matter where it
Doesn't
is.
matter where it is.
No.
Okay, then you feel free.
I'm like, I don't know where I logged out at, actually.
And then we'll give it a second, guys, here watching. We're logging in, and then we'll switch the camera over. Meanwhile, don't forget, we have that Heraldry
Can I type
Cloak
that?
Eternal Pattern. If you want a chance to win that, type exclamation. What
I'm
did I
so
say?
sorry, I
Dave?
really can't read.
Oh, I didn't.
Heraldry.
Yeah, Heraldry.
Okay.
That's right. Exclamation Heraldry. And then for the ambassador segment, that's probably going to be real brief because I think we have just a couple of people on the Zoom channel here right now. In fact, I'm going to switch this over to the game once we log in here.
Should I just do it on Overland? Does it work that way?
Yeah.
Oh, does it Overworld? Yeah, there you go. I'm going to switch wrong one. I'm going to switch our
I did the same
view
thing.
here so everybody can see what we're looking at. And then, oh gosh, too many buttons. All right, here we go. Okay. I think we have it. There is, oh, that's Unity. Hold on a second. There's the game. So all you have to do is, it'll just be up there as a monitor. And then here, just drive around as you need to.
Right.
I will be right back. I'm going to sync with those who are waiting for the ambassador program. So if you guys don't mind commanding, controlling the live stream here for a
Absolutely.
moment.
Sure.
And if you need,
He's
if you
been
need
waiting
Lord,
Eric's
for
away, the kids will play.
Right?
if you need Lord British to assist you, please just ask him. You are,
He would like a break from signing anyhow.
he is under your command.
Wait a minute.
Hey, wait, yes.
Give us free things. No, never mind.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. While you're setting this up here and getting
I'll sign something
in,
for you
All
on
right,
it.
I'm in.
I'll go down some of this other stuff here. So, guys, in addition to everything we've told you about Hospitaller so far, of course, anybody could be one. We have a meeting on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Central Time, and you're encouraged to join. Whether you're a Hospitaller or not, if you're a new player, if you're a veteran player, if you want to just be there, if you have any comments or things that you want to bring up that you're seeing as far as new player experiences and things that you're having trouble with getting used to the game, or questions and you can't find a Hospitaller, before whatever, that during the meeting we'll be there and we take these things down. The minutes go up sometime after the meeting.
Sometime later, folks.
Sometimes a little
Sometime
bit
later.
longer than others, but the meeting minutes do eventually get up there for the meetings, and they include everything that's brought up and responses back. If there is anything that we have as an explanation of how something is supposed to be done, and if there's an issue, Barrick and the devs are watching those minutes, as Barrick had said earlier. So things that need to be addressed are brought into the team's visibility that way as well. Okay, so a little bit off script here. So
We are so far off the rails, man.
okay, all right.
We
So
are off the rails, folks.
all right. So what you want to do is you click yeah,
This. Okay,
and
can
then
people see this?
look
Yes.
for the
okay.
looking for group tool.
Looking
new
for
looking
group.
for
Does
group
everybody
tool.
see my cursor here? Looking for group. Click that.
Okay, so go ahead and drag it to the center of the screen just to make it easier for all of us, I guess. And so basically, there's a new tool that got introduced with R53. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of people who have groups that they've created. And basically, if they don't have a full 8-party group, they can make the group as a public group. And anybody could go in here and say, oh, yeah, I'd like to go do what they're doing. The Monkey Room, right? Monkey Room
Right.
XP Fest. That's a cool thing.
Right.
Especially with double XP, right? So
Right.
they have a slot open. So right now, if anybody wanted to join them in the Monkey Room, all you have to do is click join, and you'll get added to their party, and you port over to where they are, and go for it. So here's the thing. That's the way that the group is mainly meant to be used. However, being the ingenious players that we are, we have come up with things that we could do otherwise. We're not on cameras. Oh, then we are.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So basically, what we could do is we're going to create a party right now. Click New Party.
New party.
All right. Now, Brazen is a hospitaler. She's put the hospitaler title on above herself in the game, and she wants to make sure people know what zone she's in. Of course, we're going to lie right now. We're not going to say Novia, but you don't want to say
Overland.
Novia. Well, you could, but let's just say Soul Town, just to give the example, right? So basically, if you're going to hang out in Soul Town looking to answer questions for players, this is what you could do. Create a group that just says that you're a hospitaler in Soul Town, and then just say done. And bang. Now you have a thing in there. If you're a player looking for a hospitaler, go to the filter and type in hospitaler. Even HOSP really should be enough. And then it'll filter based on the groups that are open with that in the title of the group. So all the different hospitals could show up there. So we're encouraging.
I didn't say that.
We're encouraging all of the hospitalers to log in.
That's more appropriate.
Log into the Looking for Group tool this way. Create a group with hospitaler, and then the zone you're in. So that way people know where the hospitalers are hanging out, that type of thing. Okay. Now this same concept could be used for other purposes as well, such as people who are streaming. You could put streaming : and then the zone you're in and the title of your stream or whatever you want to put in there.
Or your Discord channel link or something useful.
Exactly, something along those lines. Your Twitch channel link and stuff. And in addition to that, what was the other stuff? We got.
And you should tell people that the advantage of putting up a stream is it means people can come and follow you in the stream or join the party, and that'd actually be. I assume that's cool for a streamer to.
I actually really enjoy going with other streamers. Like, I don't have my own stream, but I like going with people who are streaming. It gives them somebody to foil their conversation with. Right. It gives us both things to go do that are new and different and exciting, which is pretty much the only time I don't do dance party social stuff is when I'm hanging out with somebody streaming. Right. It's pretty much the only time I adventure anymore.
So this is the thing. So basically, if there's categories like, let's say, dance parties, role playing, things like that, then you can make it into a category, put the : in there, and then say where you are. So that way people know where to find that type of an event that's going on in the game. So use Looking for groups, but also use it for events. Now, before we move on to the next...
Like Lady Bird's Tea Party.
Before we move on to the next thing, one of the things I want to cover here, very important, is that in Discord we have the Hospitalers Help chat and voice channels. So just scrolling through messages there might help you find answers. But of course, you could also send a note or reach out directly to any of the players that are logged in as Hospitalers in the Discord server, and they'll be in there with the purple names.
Purple's the best color, guys.
Fuchsia. So you can see who's currently online as a hospitaler, and you can tag them right there in the thing. And of course, most of the hospitalers who are logged in and paying attention to Discord will respond in the Hospitalers Help channel as well. If you want to be a hospitaler and you want to log into the Discord server, there's a SodaBot command. All you have to do is go into the Hospitalers channel, click on that, so you see the chats that are going on in Hospitalers channel, and type !login. And that will change your name to purple and put you up into the Hospitalers section. If at any time you don't want to take questions anymore or busy and that type of thing, just do !log out, and then it'll put you back to normal. Okay, so
guys.
All right, how do I close my group? How do I close it?
Oh, okay. So if you want to close the group, you just have to leave the group yourself.
Did you just show stuff on the UI part of it? No adventuring or anything?
How do I do this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
So
Explain, Lucy.
What you really need to do, close out this, right? And you could leave the party, which actually will promote somebody else to be the leader, and they can fend for themselves again. So what you really want to do, the way the parties work in game right now, we're British.
I'm listening.
Is that if you want to disband a party, you have to kick each member of the party out of the party and then leave the party yourself. There's no disband party button.
Put a jury in for that.
I think I will.
Jira that.
We'll Jira that.
Jury that.
Okay. So, with all that said, if you have any other questions, of course, you can feel free to reach out to myself, Brazen, or anybody else who's flagged as a hospitaler.
Brazen Spirituality. There's somebody else that stole just Brazen.
And of course,
Stole it.
Spirituality is a very nice thing to have in your name. So.
I know.
yes. You can also visit us on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. During the meetings with any questions related to this that confused you, because we're all over the place. And
We're
with
so
all that,
far off the rails, guys.
with all that said, we'll hand this over to Peric again, so we could go on with the
Community ambassadors.
Banana says nerd.
Oh.
Banana says nerd.
Seraphina, stick an LB up.
What are you sticking
Wow.
up?
Give me all your signatures.
No, come
No
on.
way.
You want these
No, I need
gummies?
all these signatures and about 1,000 more. But if you want to make 1,000 for me, feel free.
We can forge.
Bye.
Bye. All right, here's another mouse. I don't know where this goes. Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, and well, I guess I'll leave the question tool open all the way until the end then, right?
Okay, yeah. We're just using the exclamation Q space your question. It's through a tool right now on Discord here, which seems to be working great. It's gathering your questions. We're not answering all these questions today. This is just a test day. So if your question is not answered, which it probably won't be, don't worry. There's a lot of great questions here, by the way, that we're seeing that would be perfect for you guys to mention for next week's live stream, which is our Release 53 live stream. This is our big monthly live streams that we have to celebrate the release, to answer your questions, to talk about things that are coming up in the game, new scenes and character art and whatnot, and also to give away some cool prizes. And what else am I missing here? Expirations and stretch goals for new items in the game. All that great stuff is in our monthly live streams, and the Release 53 live stream is this next Friday, May 4th. Be with you. May 4th. From 3 to 7 p.m. Central Time, so you're going to want to be right on this channel, twitch.tv/ShroudTheAvatar. And we would love, by the way, all the live streamers that are listening in right now to host that channel again. You did great last time. We really appreciated it. We have our live streamer program going on right now. Speaking of things that new players can get involved in, the live streamer program is really just a
I would stream when somebody wanted to teach me how.
You know, it's just like you describe with the Hospitalers. It's easy to join. It's not like super secretive. It's totally opposite of that. You can live stream whenever you want to, the game, of course. Definitely not holding you back from that. Please do. We jump in and say hi as developers quite often when we see your live stream on Twitch. But if you want to be part of the calendar, and the calendar lists quite a few, over 50 live streamers from you guys, the community, on that calendar right now. So you can be a part of that.
And don't forget that all they have to do is PM Ravalox or Barrick, who will pass it on to Ravalox, to get their stream added to SodaBot.
Oh, that's
so
right.
It comes up with a notification.
Yeah, that's right. Ravalox is the guy who, if your stream is, you want to be on the SodaBot stream update, that's one way to get the word out about your stream. If you want to be added to the calendar, I do that. And we have oh yes, I almost forgot, the sidebar on the front page of the website. If you scroll down a little bit, there's who's streaming the game right now. That is something you can watch if you just happen to be on the website and see, who's streaming. You'll want to go to Twitch ideally, because that only includes those in the streamer program.
Okay, so off the rails. Moretz just sent me a thing on my phone, an alert, that said there is a new thing we can pick as a reward for our Moretz points.
I just got that same update from Meritz.
Yes!
Isn't that amazing?
I'm like, guess what? They've got a new thing. We can get a yoga emote.
Yoga emotes. Yay. Yes.
Vote downward dog. Nobody would take advantage and turn that into something foul and obscene.
So
nobody.
So real
ever.
Quick, so you're hearing off camera here, but we have Meritz, who is local here in Austin, and they have an app, very cool app, meritzapp.com. Awesome. Go to meritzapp.com.
My Fitbit.
It connects to that. You download it, and you basically get points for walking and doing exercises and things like that. And it's a way to reward you guys with some cool in-game items, potions
In fact,
and things?
just as a sidebar, we were brainstorming them today when I was recording myself sending a big stack of you. And one of the ideas we talked about is, like maybe after you walk a kilometer or a mile or some distance, we'll figure out.
100 miles.
100 miles. Not that far.
No.
Then we would give you a teleport scroll, for example.
Just an idea at the moment.
There you go.
All ideas.
We're looking at, these are ideas. These are
That's
kind of
an
things we're
awesome
looking for.
idea.
Yeah. So if you guys have ideas for how we can add more to the Merits app, we're talking with those guys on a regular basis. But anyway, it's just an app, Merits app. Check it out, and you can get some Shroud of the Avatar goodies for using their app.
We love
So
our
there's that.
Shroud of the Avatar goodies.
Yeah.
I'm currently constantly spending all my points for the sweepstakes for the village home.
Oh, yes, we have monthly sweepstake giveaway events with them as well for some.
I have 11
bigger
whole
items.
tickets in there.
There you go.
I might win it.
Yeah, you got a chance. All right, so we are going to wrap up the live stream, but before we do,
25 more sheets.
25 more sheets. That is actually going really fast. That is, you might get those done
That's
tonight
not
if should we just keep the live stream rolling here and then that'll motivate you to finish it. How many more sheets do you have?
Well, one more set of 25 for me to finish this set of 100 sheets, which is 1,600 signatures. I think I have another half of that stack to go before I'm done for today. But, for those of you, including Minerva, who are watching, you can count the sheets for me and, count down. Every time you see me flip, count one down, and then I'll know when I'm almost there.
Right. Go Minerva.
Okay, so we're pretty much done for today with one more thing we want to share with you. And we had a larger segment for the ambassador program to talk about that. Because apologies again on the delay today for the live stream, we're going to tighten that up and do a quick see if we can get Raider, who is the European Community Manager with Travian on, and community member Rada, who's part of the ambassador program, to talk briefly about that program and just say hi real quick. We'll see if we can get them on. If we can't get them on, we'll have another community live stream with them. Maybe the monthly live streams. They're in the forums and they're always in the game hanging out as well. So let's give that a second. Is Rod or anybody there? Okay, we may have you muted.
Oh, he broke you.
I think.
Hello.
There you go. All right, Rada. Oh no, wait, that's Raider. Is that Raider?
It looks like Raider.
Okay, let's start with Raider. I see Rada in there. I think you may have mic issues possibly, but Raider, how is it going?
This is me, yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can get you on the camera here. 1 second, everybody.
Here we have the IQ test.
I just realized that there is a 10 seconds delay between me speaking and you hearing me.
Oh, if you're watching the live stream, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, don't watch the live stream.
Yeah, definitely don't try to watch the live stream in time with that.
Let me see if I can get. Okay, I risk turning on the mic. Can you hear? Are you hearing me double now? Possibly. If you're hearing me double, turn off the live stream, and you'll hear me otherwise. But if you don't hear me double, then don't turn off the live stream.
I hear you double.
Okay, then turn off the live stream, and you should be able to hear me without a delay. Then pause the live stream or something. We're just getting, guys. Raider is here on Zoom, and I need to get him on the camera so everybody else can see him. Oh, okay. I think that'd be window capture. Let's try that.
Right. Yeah. And then window capture and then Zoom, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's already there. So
yeah,
apparently
it should
it's
be
here somewhere. Oh wait, I know. Here we go. I'm going to window capture. Add existing.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Zoom.
There's Zoom. There it is. Yep. And I don't see it. I did not see it.
At the top.
Yep, it's at the top. It says super at the top. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. Actually.
Right.
Okay, trying to get Raider here on camera. Raider, you can still hear us, right?
I can hear you well, yeah?
Okay, community, Discord, Twitch. Let us know if you can hear Raider. Raider, why don't you say a couple of things, say hi, your excitement for the release, that sort of thing, who you are.
Hi, community. Hi, Portalarium. Hi, Barrick. Hi, Lord British. Everybody, thanks for having me. I'm extremely excited. I'm super happy being here in one of your live streams. I've always been watching, but now I'm here live with all of you. And yeah, thanks for this opportunity. Hey, let me quickly introduce myself.
Yeah, they can hear you, so go for it.
Great. So basically, my name's Andre Raider. Hi to everyone out there. I go by Raider in the Shroud of the Avatar team. I go by Ceres in the forum. So some of you might know me or might have seen me already. And I am the community manager, senior community manager on the trading game side. Working together with with Barrick basically, and the Shroud of the Avatar team with trading games, and with the Portalarium team on basically improving, increasing, and enhancing the community experience. That is already great. And I'm coming today with a message, right? No, actually, I'm coming with two messages. And,
oh, you got two messages. Oh, very nice. Just so everybody knows here, we have Raider, Andre Raider from the European Trading Games,
right.
My counterpart, basically, and he is on Zoom right now, and we're trying to get Zoom, actually, the video part, so you can see him. So as you hear this mystical voice in the background, this is not actually.
Just imagine
that voice
him
is
floating over
there,
LB's head.
There you go.
I can do the puppeteering. When I hear him talk, I'll.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, we had a bit of a delay. Thank you, Raider, by the way, for your patience on the little bit of delay here. But we showed off some cool stuff. I don't know if you were watching and seeing all the new house stuff that we showed off a few minutes ago. What did you think of that?
Can you say again?
Oh, all the were you watching the house segment with Hut?
Oh yes, that was amazing. That was amazing. Can't wait to go in there myself and check it out.
Yeah,
that was excellent.
We got new houses in the game, and we showed off the lights too, the Elven lights. Very cool stuff. And
right.
So we wanted to give everybody who's watching right now a little bit of a well, not preview, but what you can get in the game right now. We just put those in with the release of free. So anything else you wanted to mention, Raider?
Absolutely, yeah. I have so as I mentioned, I have two quick messages to the people and to the players watching us right now and listening to us right now. Number one is, if you play Shroud of the Avatar right now, let's start the other way around. If you don't play Shroud of the Avatar right now, you are missing out on an extremely awesome experience. Start playing right now. This community is absolutely amazing. I've been community manager for a couple of games right now, but this community is absolutely unique. You have to start playing. This is absolutely incredible. The experience that you will have in Shroud of the Avatar with this amazing community is absolutely unique. Start playing. Join us, be part of it, visit us. This experience is absolutely incredible. And if you do play Shroud of the Avatar already, and that's the actual message, check out the forums, check out the announcement sections, check out the recent announcement. There is a little teaser, and I'm not going to tell you what the teaser is about. I'm just going to tease the teaser. And
we just got you, Raider, actually on video here now, so everybody's seeing you. If you want to do a hand wave high, there he is, everybody. There's Raider. Okay, sorry to interrupt there, but just want to let you know that you are fully live now.
Hi. So check out the announcement sections on the forum. We have posted a teaser tonight, this evening, and we are going to start something awesome as of next week. Yeah, and this is going to run the next week and maybe the week after as well. It's going to be a nice event. Check out also our social media channels for that.
And did I hear the teaser began already? Like it's all people can go to where is it, the forums, and check it out?
It's in the announcement section.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
So if you click on announcements in the forum, then check out one of the recent announcements, and then you will have some mysterious teasing going on, basically. And there are some hints that will lead you to basically.
Careful on the spoilers. We don't want to give too much away on what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell too much. Exactly.
Spoil. Go ahead. We want you to.
But if you are a veteran, or if you are a newbie just finishing the tutorial, no matter how far you are in Shroud of the Avatar, we want you to be part of this event that we are teasing right now in this announcement section. We want to have as many people as possible in this event. So check out the forums, check out our social media channels as of Monday, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Central Time. Check out our social media channels. You will have, you will be hopefully positively surprised by the great event that we are launching as of next week. And that was message number 1. And message number 2 that I have for you is that we are increasing our team. We are having more and more. We will have more and more members in our community team. We have now me, Saris, from the trading game side. We have Katla, our new community manager, who is taking care of the English and Spanish and Portuguese community. Community speaking members as well. And we have also the ambassadors, right? We have veterans from the Shroud of the Avatar community who have been playing Shroud of the Avatar for years already.
And these were the ambassadors that we're going to have this more lengthy segment, some of them as guests coming on to this live stream. We talked about that earlier. We'll do that in the future. We got to get those guys on here because we got some great ambassadors, don't we?
Right. We have Rada as well here, who is one of our community ambassadors as well, right? From the...
Yeah, let's see if we can, if you don't mind, we can see if he's available to say hi quick. I don't know if Rada, if you're listening in, but if you're hearing us right now, feel free to jump on in and say a couple of things. Otherwise, we will reschedule.
Hi.
There he is. Hi, Rada. We got you on air. How's it going?
Good. Thank you for this.
Yeah, no problem. So, how are things going? How are you feeling about the ambassador program? I know you had just a couple of real quick things you wanted to mention.
Well, I feel myself like I have been very close to the community and players since the beginning, so I'm always glad to help.
Yeah, that's great. We really appreciate it too. You guys have been an anchor to the community. There's so many great community members and leaders to even mention right now. I wish I could go through my entire list. It would be an entire book. Everybody in the community is awesome. And you guys helped to...
That one person.
Yeah, that's me. I'm always causing trouble, actually, secretly.
That's true. We know who the guy really is.
Yes, it's me. Yeah.
He's the big troll.
Yeah, there we go. But no, seriously, you guys, ambassadors, it's been a great start. We just had this program, a few weeks ago, and I assume you're having quite a bit of fun with the launch as well, playing the game. I think there may be a little delay. A little bit of a delay there. Did we lose you, Rada?
Yeah, can you repeat, please? Barry?
Oh yeah. Sorry. How you enjoying the game so far?
Well, I am having a blast with the last release. It's really good.
Awesome. Yeah. Perfect.
I can't say anything bad.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, it's good to hear. So Rada and other ambassadors, are available in the forums. Rada, which language, I don't know if you mentioned it, but which language do you help out with?
Oh, that I'm with the Spanish community.
Okay, so Rada was a Spanish community. We have a Spanish exclusive forum in the Avatars Around the World section of the forums. Just scroll down a little bit, you'll find it there, and you'll see Rada hard at work answering anybody's questions in that section, chatting with other Spanish-speaking community members. Thank you, Rada, for being on the live stream today, and we'll see you around, probably another live stream at some point.
Sure. Thank you all. Hi, community. Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, thanks. All right, Raider, we've got a couple more minutes. If you'd like to say any last words, we'll let you have the final closeout here.
I just want to mention I want to say thanks for all the ambassadors, for the community ambassadors who cannot be here today, but they do exist. So I want to mention that we have all the French-speaking community members. We have Amber Rain, who is taking care of all the French-speaking community members in their language in French. We have Anthrax, who is the community ambassador for the Italian-speaking community. We have, of course, Rada, who just has been with us, who's a hospitaler and also an ambassador. We have Korf, who is our German-speaking ambassador. And we have Bahamut, who is our Portuguese-speaking ambassador for the Portuguese-speaking members of the community. So as you see, the Shroud of the Avatar community is multilingual. Is no matter, even if you do not speak English, if English is not your first language, English is not my first language neither, as you see. So that doesn't matter. We have a huge team. We have a huge team of passionate community members and community contributors who are multilingual and who are willing to help you out. Join the forums, join this experience, and
these are other community members, volunteers, right? Just like everybody who's listening in right now. So these ambassadors are taking their own time to answer your questions and to interact with you as helpful leaders, and we really appreciate that.
Right.
I actually was going to have you literally say the last words, but I almost forgot, community. I didn't, but I almost forgot the last prize. So we got to give away one more prize.
Oh, right.
Twitch. I twitched.
You twitched?
I tweeted.
Okay, well,
tweeted.
we'll see if you get a. Oh, tweeted. Oh, you tweeted that.
I retweeted somebody else's stuff. Does that count?
You do not get a prize today.
No
sorry,
for
we have to leave it for other people. But thank you for the retweet. If you, speaking of what we're talking about here, everybody, we love Twitter here, and we put a little prize up on Twitter for all those who tweeted today anything about the game, anything about the live stream, anything at all related to the game. And during this live stream only, if you did that, you get a chance to win the Elven Globe Village home. So do that now before this live stream ends.
I'm watching.
And we're going to award that off camera. I go back to my desk and we figure all that out. Meanwhile, we have the Heraldry Cloak Eternal Pattern to give away right now. And that goes to congrats to BJ, I think, not Beej. BEEJ. Congrats very much for that, for joining us on the live stream, and close out his window. I wonder what happens if I just leave the meeting. Will that? Yep, it'll disappear. Yay! Works perfectly. So congrats to that for BJ on the Cloak Eternal Pattern, and to Yippee for winning the Leather Guard Armor Pattern Pack. We have more prizes to give away. We do this on a regular basis with contests. We have the monthly monthly release live stream for R53 coming up on May 4th, Friday next week from 3 to 7 p.m. And we have dozens of prizes to give away during that one. We always do that constantly. It's going to be amazing. And thank you again to Raider for hopping on the live stream briefly to talk about all the cool things that you're helping out with. with your team over there at Travian Games. We had Rada, one of the ambassadors, on briefly as well. And of course, we have the community members here, Ravalox. And did you want to say anything else?
Raisins fertility.
Ravalox.
I signed one
anything
upside
else?
down.
Good job.
Well done, sir. Well done.
All right.
Anything else you wanted to throw in there?
No, just have
Special
fun
one.
playing the game,
You
really.
get it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Now join to that dance party. We
Go
have
to the
another
dance
dance
party.
party.
Oh, right now,
Keep
go
signing.
online to
Keep signing.
avatarsradio.com or in-game and teleport to Darkstar. They are in Paxlair.
Pack Slayer in
If
game.
you log in and Paxlair, you land at the docks, right? Just go west straight through the gate and keep running straight. You will run into a short hedge wall and you're at the party. It's that easy to find Darkstar's radio right now.
Okay, we'll
It's
see you
awesome.
in game at the dance party. Thanks, everybody.
Doing the gypsy dance.